Show starts now.
Coming up at 6, police are continuing to investigate a shooting on Tallahassee's south side, leaving a fast food restaurant riddled with bullet holes.
Plus, residents in one local county are continuing to voice their concerns over toxic algae that's growing in a lake. Hear what they have to say coming up. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
It is Monday. We are here.
It is Monday.
It felt like we got back here really quick.
Always does. The weekends go by so fast. Very hot, very humid this weekend.
Yes.
Hopefully you were some of the lucky spots that got some of the showers. I know we need a whole bunch more. I think I can find at least a few on the radar this morning, but it's not raining everywhere, and that's going to be one of those things. Now, it's always encouraging when we see some showers near the coast, especially, the Taylor and Dixie County coast, which is a common place to find morning showers this time of year. That usually means we're able to find more in the afternoons. Doesn't always mean that, but I do think some showers are going to stay in the forecast for later today. Futurecast wants to paint in at least a couple by 3, 4, 5 o'clock, and hopefully that means temperatures don't stay so high for as long. We had mid-90s all weekend. We're going to have mid-90s, I think, most of this week. We might even see temperatures get even hotter than that. Plus, we're going to have all the humidity to make it feel even worse outside. Most of us today probably top out someplace in those middle 90s, but the showers can cool things down. It is going to be a bad hair kind of setup with all this humidity, and glasses fog up the minute you step outside, so be ready for it. I'll break down that full forecast. We'll talk weather again in just a couple of minutes.
The Tallahassee Police Department continuing to investigate a shooting that happened on the city's south side over the weekend. TPD says a man was found with serious injuries at the Circle K on South Monroe Street around 3 p.m. Saturday. Officers were also called to the McDonald's across the street. We're told there were no victims there, but our reporter says he saw busted glass windows and doors at the restaurant. TPD says the two scenes are related in this investigation, and both locations were taped off for hours after the incident. As of this morning, still no word yet on any possible suspects or arrests. We'll continue to update this story online and on air as more information becomes available.
Another weekend comes and goes, and we have another mass shooting to report, this one in Northwest Indiana. 2 people killed and 4 injured at a shooting at a Gary, Indiana nightclub early Sunday. One of the wounded is listed in critical condition. The other 3 shooting victims appeared to have non-life-threatening injuries. Gary police say there was a large crowd at the nightclub at the time of the incident. In a statement last night, the mayor saying, in addition to praying for those lost, the city is taking action, temporarily closing the club. Right now, no suspects are in custody. And in Louisville, Kentucky, 5 teenagers recovering after being shot Saturday night. Officers arriving to the scene, finding 3 teenagers wounded. 2 other teens took themselves to the hospital with gunshot wounds. Police say some of the victims have injuries that are life-threatening. No word on any suspects or arrests. Coming up at 6:30, we'll take a look at a possible bipartisan breakthrough in Washington on gun safety reform. All right, it's 6:03. Back in Tallahassee, Lake Munson on the south side of town closed for weeks now due to toxic algae. Over the weekend, nearby residents gathering to voice concerns about the algae problem. They say they've been dealing with it for years and that it's gotten worse recently. County and city officials working to clean up the lake over the years, but residents say it's just not enough.
It was never clean, but it wasn't like this. The thing that attracted me to this area was all the waterfowl and sitting out here and watching the sunsets. And so we repaired this dock to do that, and now we can't use it.
And 2 county officials attended the meeting, but weren't able to give specifics about how the county would be addressing the problem. They said it would hold an additional meeting and invite a member of the Department of Health to provide more answers.
A heads up for those of you in Liberty County. Did you know there is an opportunity for you and your family to check out Florida's state parks for free this summer? And if you only need a Northwest Regional Library System library card to do it. If you don't have a library card, you can visit your local library to get one. This is something the whole family can get involved in and allows folks to get out and showcase our state's natural and cultural resources.
this would be perfect. If you want to make it a family program, then maybe you can check out some titles of your flora and fauna that are going to be in the parks, and then study up ahead of time and then go to the Park Service. It is good for one vehicle, and so it would be up to 8 people in the car that you would be able to go into the parks for free.
The Real Florida Reader Pass is part of the Oceans of Possibilities summer reading celebrations for Florida public libraries. Well, Houston, we have a problem. NASA's effort to launch a lower-cost satellite mission to study hurricanes ended in failure yesterday afternoon. The Tropics 1 mission's engines shut down earlier than expected. This meant the satellites on board weren't able to be deployed. Though 2 satellites were lost, 4 remain that still have the potential to improve the observation of tropical cyclones. The space agency says it will get to the bottom of what went wrong Sunday.
Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, so we're going to start with some pretty warm and very humid conditions. It's going to stay that way throughout most of the week. I think the afternoon temperatures can get way up there unless we're able to find enough showers to knock some of those numbers down. And the computers want to lean on those showers. We're counting on them. But if we don't get them, we're going to find a lot of top temperatures in the mid-90s. Now, here's what the radar looks like right now. A couple of sprinkles offshore from Franklin and Wakulla County, a couple making it on land in parts of Taylor and Lafayette. It's not much, but usually when we see some showers early in the morning near the coast, that's good news for showers to develop this afternoon over more land areas, and we need those showers. We count on them to calm some of that heat down. Most of the activity that we heard about all weekend was very spotty. It wasn't everywhere. Certainly wasn't all the time rains, but a lot of big rains across parts of central Florida over the weekend. I think for us, we're counting on more scattered showers each of the next few days, but those days are going to end up probably having fewer showers that are farther between as we end up with just really hot conditions for the next few days. Starting this morning in the mid-70s, Thomasville's up to 75, Moultrie, Valdosta, Live Oak also at 75, Perry, we're at 78, Tallahassee and Quincy 77 to get started. Now, I've been seeing some fog out there in spots like in Quincy where the visibility is down below 1 mile. Same, Perry, it's just below 2 miles, so I do expect we're going to find patchy fog each of the next few mornings with all the humidity out there. A little breeze would go a long way to help stir things up, but it's not breezy or anything like it. On the Futurecast, I do suspect we'll find some scattered showers in the afternoons both today, tomorrow, and maybe a little bit more later on this week, but it's certainly not going to be an everybody gets wet big rain kind of event, and there's no organized rain coming our way. So a lot of it's going to be the haphazard hit or miss scattered showers. And right now, it feels like those rain chances are going to be around 40% today and more like 30 or 40% tomorrow and Wednesday. I'd like to see these rain chances a little bit higher, and I do think we're going to find some showers this afternoon and each of the next few. But I still think we're going to find a lot of daytime highs way up in the mid-90s. Add to it that humidity, it's going to feel like it's up over 100. As a matter of fact, a little bit later on this week, it may feel like it's getting closer to 110, and that's going to be up in the dangerous hot kind of category. So if you're outside working these next few afternoons, take breaks, drink lots of cold water, find the shade, listen to your body. That is dangerous heat.